Hello ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to do a video today. It's a little bit different from some of the videos I've done in the past. I don't have a ton of subscribers, but to anyone who's ever seen any of my videos, essentially you know where my interests lie. Generally it's sports related or pro wrestling related. I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. Even video games sometimes. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I got a Pac-Man machine on my right side, and I have the Xbox One on my left side. But this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm sure you saw by the title of the video. I'm actually going to be doing a review video. I want to do a review on a Nine University. I never really had any interest whatsoever in starting an Amazon business. I know you have, just like I have seen plenty of the ads you see on YouTube, and you'll see them on Facebook a lot of the times, where they talk about the benefits of actually starting an Amazon business, making your own schedule. Some of the times, not all the times, but a lot of those things are kind of like the go-tos to make you interested in them. But for me, I was just always a little skeptical of things, just because I've tried certain things in the past, just in terms of trying to have a job that wasn't your typical 9 to 5. And I've tried some of those, and for me, a lot of times those things just kind of didn't work out. So I was really skeptical of it, but I did end up seeing an ad that stuck out to me, really more so than any other ad I'd seen before. And it was Kale and Taylor. And if you've done any research on Nine University, KTVIP, you're aware of who Kale and Taylor are. And their ad stuck out to me so much just because it was unique from the standpoint of they weren't trying to sell anything based on the amount of money that they have. They weren't trying to sell anything based on, their houses or their cars or anything like that. Normally what you'd see is you'll see a video, you'll see an ad where someone's trying to sell you something, and they're like in their home, and they have this, like, I don't know, 5,000 square foot home, or they have like 7 or 8 cars, or they're surrounded by models and all that kind of stuff. But for them, that wasn't their pitch. That wasn't what they were trying to do. They had a tab that you could click on, and it would send you to another page. You put in an email address, you get a free training, essentially showing you what the program was about to some degree, and kind of showing you how FBA works, how starting your own business, Amazon FBA business works. And when I watched the video, I was very intrigued by it. I won't say I was completely sold initially. I mean, that really, I wasn't completely sold at all, but I was intrigued, and they did have my interest. You know that Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world. Personally, don't believe Amazon's going anywhere anytime soon. We know that Jeff Bezos is a multi-billionaire. There are the products that they have on Amazon, they aren't all sold by big business companies. And that honestly wasn't something that I knew beforehand. I didn't know that there were people like myself who had businesses on Amazon and were making money. I thought that most of the businesses that were on Amazon, although they may not have been like your Targets of the world or Walmart and stuff like that, I figured that they were businesses that have multiple employees, maybe at the very least 30, 40, 50 employees in the business, and they were selling their products that way. That's not the case. And then the reason why I say obviously in that regard for myself is because I have started my own Amazon FBA business. And like I said, I just wanted to kind of give my review on how I feel about the program Nine University. Is Nine University a scam? Is it legitimate? Do they do essentially what they say they're gonna do? And I'll kind of give you my experience, and you can kind of decide for yourself. I made the phone call. I don't remember the guy. I want to say his name was David. I'm not 100% sure what his name was, but I made the phone call. He was in California. And contrary to maybe some of your beliefs, although I have a 49ers jersey on, I'm not from California. I'm not even close to from California. The gentleman I spoke with was very professional, extremely professional, and he just gave me all the information that I needed, things that made me feel a little bit more comfortable about deciding whether I did or did not want to go and commit to Nine University. He told me the cost. I believe the next day he told me what the cost would be. And I think they have 3 different tiers of the program. I took the least expensive because it was the one that I could afford. I believe I ended up paying about $2,400 for the program. I felt like if this was something that I was going to commit to doing, I felt like $2,400 was enough money for me to have to pay in order to be able to decide in that moment whether this thing was what it said it was going to be. I decided to do it for a number of reasons. I didn't want to continue to do the 12-hour thing. I worked 12-hour shifts, and I did want to own my own business. I want to make my own hours. I want to be my own boss. So those are kind of the driving factors and motivation for me to decide that I wanted to commit to doing something like this. So I decided to go ahead and dive into it. And I can honestly say this, for my money, it was worth and has been worth every penny from beginning to the end. I'm on the last week. There are a total of 7 weeks. If I'm not mistaken, I believe there's 193 courses, in the program that I'm in. And the information that I've gotten from doing this program at Nine University has been invaluable. I mean, it's been absolutely amazing. I've gotten so much education on how running an Amazon FBA works, having my own Amazon business. I've gotten so much information on how to speak with suppliers. And most of this stuff, if not all of this stuff, I had no clue about beforehand. I didn't know how to run a business. I didn't know how to run a business at all. I've never done anything even close to like running an online business, running a business through Amazon. Just in case you don't know what FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. And basically all that means is that you're gonna buy the product, you'll speak with a supplier, or if it's a product that you make yourself, you can go that route as well. For me, I don't make anything, so I decided on a product, spoke with suppliers about it, finally got me a supplier, and as we speak now, I have my products being shipped to the Amazon warehouse, and that's kind of where the FBA comes into place. You don't have to worry about having like an overhead. You don't have to worry about having the products in your home or in some storage unit that you have. Ultimately, what happens is if you decide to commit to going the route of having a supplier take care of the packaging and take care of the shipping and all of those things, they ship it directly to Amazon. Amazon has warehouses all over the United States. They ship them to those warehouses. From those warehouses, when a customer decides, they go on Amazon. We all shopped on Amazon. You get on Amazon and you decide something that you want. Once they buy it, you don't have to worry about being responsible for shipping that product out. Amazon will ship it directly out from one of their warehouses. Wherever your product is, they'll ship it out for you. And of course, there's fees that apply to it, but it just all depends on, the weight of what it is that you're shipping out and all of those things. But all of this stuff that I'm saying now, I didn't have a clue about beforehand. I had no idea how this stuff worked. That's what Nine University does. They show you where you need to start, the very first things that you need to do, and all of that's in week 1. And then week 2, you'll go to the next thing that you need to do all the way to week 3. And within those weeks, again, you have a number of videos, and each week varies. So you may have, 10 videos in one week, and then the next week you may have 15 videos. It varies. It varies depending on the week that you're in. And no video is really that long. I think the longest video I've come across, I want to say, has been about 12 to 13 minutes. That's been the longest video. Most of them are little short videos that may be about 3 to 4 minutes long. And whenever I was doing the initial process of paying for the program, one of the first things that the representative I spoke with he asked me if I had about 10 to 15 hours a week of time that I could devote to the program in order to start to build my own business. And I do. I have it for sure now, and I had it then too, but I feel as though if you really want to and you're really determined to accomplish something, to do something, you'll find time to do it. And that's kind of where I was. Regardless of my situation, I was going to find time to be able to devote that 10 to 15 hours. And here's the thing. The misunderstanding that some people have about this program is they think that when you buy this program that maybe Kel & Taylor does all the work for you. And that's not exactly the case. They do the work for you in terms of educating you. They do the work for you in terms of letting you know the route not to go, the routes that they've gone before, and not to go down that road. They've made a lot of money, and they'll tell you that. They're not pompous, they're not arrogant or anything like that, but they are businessmen, and they're successful businessmen in their own right. They don't give you that vibe necessarily of businessmen, and you can watch their videos and you can decide for yourself. They are businessmen, and they're successful businessmen. So they've gone down these roads. That's the thing that I find the most beautiful about this program, is that they show you what roads not to go down, what options to choose in order to be successful. And I believe where the misunderstanding comes in sometimes in regards to what it is the program is supposed to provide. And I'll say this. So I spoke with Kale directly, and he essentially offered to pay me for this video. He offered to pay me for doing a review. And this is the honest truth. I don't know any of you that are watching personally, but I hope that you can see in my eyes and see in my expressions that I am being 100% authentic, 100% honest with you. I turned it down. And the reason why I turned it down is because the value that I've gotten from this program has been more valuable, and the education that I've gotten from this program has been more valuable for me. They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to educate anybody and give anybody these secrets on how to run an Amazon FBA. They didn't have to do any of that stuff, but they decided that they wanted to do it out of goodness of their hearts. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a business, and of course, they're also being compensated for educating students, but it's not as if they had to do it. They were making money just running their businesses. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be compensated for something that I've received value for in regards to Nine University and to the program. When you're in the program, they do a lot of things on Facebook. They actually invite you to a private group on Facebook. I believe it's about 36 or 3,700 members in the group now. But twice a week, they do a live stream on Facebook, and they do like an hour-long live stream twice a week, where anybody who's in that group, if you're in the program, you get on Facebook. Any questions that you may have during the course of the program, you can literally ask them via Facebook. They're on there. You see them on the video. If you've done any sort of Facebook Live videos before, I've watched a Facebook Live video before, you know how they work. You know, you'll see a video of somebody, or you record a video of yourself, and people will chime in, they'll like and you know, love or hate or whatever it is the little emojis are. You can comment on the video, and they see whoever's on. Sometimes it's Kale, sometimes it's Taylor, but they'll see those comments, they'll see the questions and all of those things. They answer your questions in real time. It's awesome. It's amazing. They don't have any issues answering your question. They actually love doing it. And sometimes during the videos, they will actually say, hey, you know, I want your questions. They'll kind of, you know, be pushing for more questions, because they don't just want to be on a video just kind of staring at the screen the entire time. So on the Facebook group, you'll see posts where people will post their first sales and how well they've done with their first sale. Or you'll see people who have reached a certain milestone. Maybe they're making like $35,000 a month. They've gotten to that point, or 35,000 within the last 30 days and stuff like that. So people, you're getting updated on other people's success, and that way you can see in that moment, like, okay, like this is really working for other people, and it keeps you motivated. And in the group itself, man, it's all positive people. It genuinely feels like a family, because everybody's positive, everybody's motivating each other, because they're competitive. So everybody wants to sell and want to outsell each other, but by the same token, they don't want to leave anybody behind. So they're motivating you. Hey, you can do it. Keep going. Keep pushing forward. Tweak this. Change that. And it's just a beautiful program. At least from, again, speaking personally from my standpoint, it's a beautiful program to be in. Maybe you can see from my mannerism of physiology and maybe hear it in my voice, but I couldn't be happier with the education that I've gotten from the program. Videos on YouTube, if you guys want to check that out as well. KTVIP, I believe is the name of their channel. But they have videos of other people they've helped their success stories, and they kind of say the same things that I'm saying right now, just in terms of not knowing anything about the business, not knowing a single thing about it at all. and then joining the program, and all of a sudden they're making $50,000 a month. Oh, and there's also this one thing I did want to mention, that some of the software, the perks that come along with joining the program, the products, basically, they're products that come along with that program that help you along the way as well, in terms of maximizing your sales and all those things, man. It's for me, it has been amazing. I probably said that more times than you guys care to hear, but I just wanted to do a review about it, and I hope that in this review I've kind of answered most of your questions that you may have had about whether or not to join Nine University. If you're asking me, let me be the voice to you to tell you if you have the resources. Let me say that first and foremost. If you have the money to do it, if you have the time to do it. From a time standpoint, it depends on the person, because for me, I decided I was going to make time one way or another. This is, once I decided on it, once my mind decided, you know what, I don't want to do this 12-hour a day thing anymore, 6 at night to 6 in the morning, and I don't do that anymore. And I couldn't be happier about it, because I was missing out on so much. And again, I don't want to bore you with my own personal story, but that's the stuff that motivated me. So I was going to make time for it. But just for you, if you got the money for it, if you've got the time for it, if you're really driven to run your own business and you just don't necessarily know how, you just want someone who has done it before and they know what to do, and they're essentially paving this road. And I won't even say they're necessarily paving the road. The road is already paved. We just don't know where that road is. And essentially they're that GPS. They're showing you, hey, no, it's not down that way. You got to take a right. Don't take that left, take a right. And they're showing you every turn. They're showing you every little back road. I highly doubt you ever would have been exposed to and ever would have known about prior to being introduced to Nine University. They're showing you all of those things, man, and it really is a valuable thing. It really is a beautiful thing that Kel and Taylor are doing. And I just wanted to do a review on it. Like I said, I know it isn't the typical stuff that I do, but I genuinely hope that if any of you have had questions about it, obviously you clicked on this video for a reason, so hopefully I answered those questions for you. It was a fantastic decision for me. I don't regret 1 second of it. I know for a fact that they're not going to do anything but continue to grow. And it's not because they're taking advantage of people by any means. They're going to continue to grow because this program works. It genuinely works. It educates you. It shows you the things that you never would have been exposed to otherwise. You never would have known otherwise. And they've helped so many people. They say the numbers a lot about how many students that they have that have reached that 100,000 in revenue. I'm gonna be one of those students. I've made it up in my mind. I don't know, it may take a year, for me to get there. It may take 2 years for me to get there. I don't care how long it's gonna take. I'm gonna get there. But that's my mindset. For you, if you have the mindset where you wanna be your own boss, you wanna make your own schedule, you need that education. You need someone to show you, hey, how do I do this? How do I get from point A to point B? Amazon, obviously, everybody knows Amazon not going anywhere anytime soon. How can I get a piece of that pie? They show you how to do that. It is absolutely phenomenal. Again, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope that I've answered your questions, and take care. Much success to you. Much success to you. Take care. Be well.